These people got nothing goddamn life. Ten more goddamn times my goddamn face. And get your hand, put your goddamn mind straight. People can't get about your goddamn business. be in everybody's business. Calling me a retard, but you're crawling all up in my mind and my thoughts. Inconvenient. 6 satanic people.
I'm gonna drag it. I'm gonna drag it.
I'm gonna take my hand and fight at it 30 more times. Now this doesn't happen, my hand done. Jesus Christ. Let's start going more stuff.
And don't even act like you never touched her. Chicky boy. Ew, clothes on his stink.
Push the door.
Watch it!
You sick goddamn nigger.
Get up!
You no good goddamn kids. Let the goddamn black guy in the goddamn house last night. Let the black guy in the house last night. But fuck your mother. Every one of your kids are getting out of here. Every one of you is getting out of this house. Every one of you is getting out of this house. That's it. That is goddamn it. That is god dang it. Man, they just pushed my mother, spit at me, punched at me, cursed at me, throwing food everywhere, pushed my mother, punching her around. And you look at me like the way those people are acting. or threw a knife at someone. You're the one throwing a knife at me. You're the one throwing water bottles at me. Everything you're doing to somebody, you're saying I'm doing that to you. I hope you know the neighbors know what's going on, and when you lost all your goddamn kids, that's because all you want to do is live your life to spread your legs and call people F-faces. You are sick and psychotic. I hope you just lost your I hope you just lost your welcome of living in this goddamn house. You were not killing me, my goddamn stepfather, or my goddamn mother over all you want to goddamn do is act ignorant to people. You are not going to be goddamn abusive and sit there to spread your legs to please somebody and then make your children act as worse as you goddamn just act. You all are done. That's called your two mothers don't care, and that's why you all are done. The people that care about you, you don't like. Ungoddamn believable. Ungoddamn believable. Hope you and your gangs jerking off to this. It's the only way you can get your nut and live. Give us your gang and jerk off to it. Inconsider cunts. Want to live cursing them on? Want to play gang? He's making it the way it works. What the mind's about again. The mind of a good person. Around the mind of no good, inconsiderate people. You ain't happy till you're gonna end up in the goddamn shelter. And I got the simple solution. I got the solution for you up there, little Billy the badass. I got the solution for you whole group of your gang. Want to live gang life? You want to beat on goddamn people? You want to beat on your uncle? You want to beat on your grandmother? You want to throw apples all over the garage? You want to throw food at people? You want to spit at people? The goddamn neighbor got you goddamn watched now. Mr. Jenkins knows it. The guy across the street watched it. And I got 3 witnesses. Y'all are done. Go steal that. Black and yellow. And sit there on their telephone with the gang and jerk off at it. Y'all run around there so goddamn sick in your goddamn face. You're as sick as your goddamn mothers are. Gang gang. Ain't gonna be happy living in a shelter. You're gonna be in a shelter. 8 o'clock, lights out. Run around, where's my mommy? They're locked up. Prison. Using everything. Where's my baby daddy? Gang, using everything called a pussy hole. Why ain't this one there? He like beating and neglecting everybody. Gang gang. You get him, Tiggy. Take a bite out of crime. There they go again, punching their grandmother, beating their uncle up, throwing food, spitting at people, trashing the house. Gang gang. Well, it's time to go to the shelter. Time for you to get out of here. You ain't killing my mother. You ain't killing me. You ain't stopping the good life in the good community. The neighbor lady sees and witnesses it. The good guy across the street sees you throwing goddamn rocks in the window, rocks at your uncle. I got more I got the chaplain witnessed it now. Okay, gang. Bye. Cursing the month. I got my EPT. I got this. Cursing the month. Gang. Goddamn around. We're gonna say that's my mouth says. Record your goddamn neglect and ignorance. Collecting on the other side of another telephone. So you can make your shot caller. They're gone. They all need to be in a shelter right now. Both those inconsiderate women, they need to be put in a federal prison for 5 years. Bye. Maybe you can enjoy your life and not feel like you're going to have a heart attack. Maybe my mother won't get punched in her face anymore. Maybe they won't throw apples and bananas and every fresh fruit across that goddamn garage floor anymore. Gang gang. Gang gang. We riding on the front porch. We vandalized the car. We wrote F you with the paint when you fix somebody's house. F you at your back door. Gang gang. Trap house. Gang gang. I pick up the Bible today. Start speaking Bible words in it. No wonder you run around scared. You're acting like little Satan's minions again. One of your sick goddamn parents want to spread a rotten goddamn curse and the who's around here. little leplet. My little pricklet. Ruin Christmas. You don't got a goddamn thing you got for Christmas. You want all your uncle's good stuff. You want to punch and kick and spit at your grandmother? You need to go into federal prison with both your with your aunt and your mother. Assault and battery charges, lying, stealing, using, abusing. Fix the house where they live. They break it again, destroy it. You fix things in this house. They break it, they curse it, they destroy it. You can't do that when their toilet's metal. And they got the big black guy you think you like, and he wants to put it all up in the back of your butthole. That's where you're gonna be. If it don't happen, I'll have Chris Wright come down here and pick up 3 of you goddamn delinquents and take you to the goddamn Child Development Center. The Juvenile Delinquent Center. The Group Home Center. Gang. Chocolate. Scary goddamn pricklet. I tried to tell you, Mom. Why you go out and do something for somebody? I tried to tell you, Mom. Why you go out and do something for somebody when your own daughter knocked the glasses off your face? The cops get called. Oh no. She didn't do it and nothing like that happened. You throw a kid away and now her goddamn children treating you the way their goddamn mother treats their goddamn grandmother. They say the only thing I want to do is use you for. Cops showing up here 2-3 times a month because you want to beat and neglect everyone. And then wait till everybody sleeps. She can bring the curse of death to our house. 3 or 4 o'clock. Just turn the lights on the back of the deck. Say the game of the peckerhead. a goddamn cop. I'm goddamn doing this wrong. I never do nobody wrong. My life's put on this earth. I never like that. That's the straw that broke the camel's back right there. Left there, and there isn't even a word to say. You roll your eyes and look at the way you people live and act. Look at it. You live and act. Acting like everything good you do. It's called voodoo in it. That's it. Luke's loading them up. Time to go to the shelter. Violating probations, violating paroles. There you go. Go stick behind them bars for 5 years now. Your own curse in a month and goddamn abusing it all. Oh, the kids too. They're all going. You can't do it no more. Beat the house, beat the door apart, throw apples and bananas at the dog. Little kid punching, spitting, kicking at my mom. Waiting for the first of the month crack guy to show up on the deck so they can show up on the deck. Oh. That's it. You can't get that man a goddamn heart attack. A punch and beating your grandmother and kick around your uncle. When he's done every goddamn thing at every last dollar and goddamn dime he's ever goddamn had in his hand. I know I'm not one to go through this home and destroy it. When I fix and put people's homes the way it should feel comfortable for them to live in. They got these dogs here. That's why I live a dog's life. It's my dog, though. It's my dog, though. That's my dog, though. Well, that's the way you take care of a dog in the garage. You don't take care of it all day. I finally get to where I can get to it. Give them water, give them food. They open the door, chucking fresh apples at you. Taking all the bananas that were hung on the banana tree, squishing them, throwing them at the dog, throwing them at you, locking the door at you, sitting in the kitchen, silverware drawer open, knock silverware all over the floor. Rip the drawer from underneath the sink. You know where it looks like a drawer, but it's kind of like false. Rip that off through that there. Cabinet doors sitting above all over the kitchen where it's supposed to close, it don't close. Destroyed almost a $3,000 refrigerator. Climbing on it, playing in it, doing gymnastics in it. Opening the bottom of the freezer to climb in it and jump on it. No, that ain't even funny. That ain't even funny. You want people to act like that in your house? There's action and there's a reaction. Everything you clean, 5 of them hate and want to kill you more? You like that? You can't beat them, join them? Well, come let them join your house. Picture me trolling. Want that kind of living where you're at? I'll give him your address. Hey, I know this guy's just sitting there on the IP. He wants all of them at your house. Tiggy, stop. Be a good boy. Come here. Be a good boy. Come here. It's almost Tiggy's birthday on the 20th of this month. Tiggy's birthday, he'll be 6 years old. I tried to get in contact with Tiggy's brother, Bruce. His name is King now. That's what the new owner named him. I tried to get in contact with him, but he changed his old number that I have. So I'm trying to get in touch with my old employer that I believe he's still working for. If not, everybody else has already quit working for the guy. Even his own stepson quit working for him. Walked in there and said, you know what? You're nothing but a typical literal asshole. I can't work for an asshole and be treated like an asshole. I'm sorry. That's shocking to me. Who, what, why, and where are you gonna do now? They ain't gonna do that. In my area, this home, we're staying quarantined. We're trying to stay cool, calm, and collect, respectful, produce, be the people we are. Hope y'all are doing good. I'm only gonna keep this on till the hour. The stream got messed up. There goes the spell of the cane in people again. Things going on to stay. As God is a witness to what's going on here, not only this home, but the point that is going on. Harrisonburg, Pennsylvania, man. Is that where you're at? Good Pennsylvania, man. I'd love to be in Pennsylvania. Close to the Adirondacks, somewhere around northern Pennsylvania, around the Adirondack area. That's what they call that, right? Around the part of the Appalachians, the Adirondacks. Excuse me. Excuse me. Don't abuse me. Yeah, I got a good buddy when he moved out of Quantico Town before he started his high school year. His mother knew that she didn't want him going through high school, no more in that environment that she seen that she didn't want her kid with, and she realized that her husband had enough time with his job where he can finally like get away from it, get the things that he can get for being, as long as he's been an employee. See, the thing when you get a government job and you were already in the government, you can take your time you served as being in the uniform, and then you can get a government job and your time adds on and you get a 20-year retirement. That's the blessing that Newt's able to get when he hits his 20 year. He served, he did, I believe, 8 years in the Marine Corps. So he has 8 years, and all he has to do is keep 12 years of government time where he works a government job, and after his 8 years at it as in the uniform Marine, now he's worked as a government employee doing roads and grounds, doing all the street signs along the base, putting all new signs in people's offices. Whenever a new officer changes from that office, he makes a new sign for that person's office. Blah, 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 blah. That's my stepdad's job. He was once a painter, and then the guy retired that did roads and grounds, and he became the head of that shop. My dad's like the head responsibility of that shop he works in, and he's getting very close to his 20-year term, staying as a government employee. Make a long story short, my friend moved to a place called Wellsboro, Pennsylvania. And that place, it was just so beautiful up there. Northern Pennsylvania. It was very, very nice. We helped them move. We helped them pack their U-Haul. We rode up there while they moved. Because him and my dad were like very close, good friends when they met each other. Because, like I said, my dad started in the paint shop for the paint. And that's what my friend's stepdad was. He was the head man at the paint shop. Now, I'll be 40 years old this year. My stepdad's in his mid-50s. Actually, he just had a birthday on the 29th. It was Newt's birthday. Newt's birthday was on the 29th of March. Dogs are great. The dog's birthday is 4/20. See, there I am. I'm going to be 6 years old. You are, aren't you? We got to get you a big birthday bone. Yeah, I know you want one. I'll get you a big bag of those greens. Remember those greens that Virgo sent the one year? I'd like to get you a big bag of those. You like those. Yeah, those little like looking toothbrush thingies. He loved those treats. He said he's 419. And actually, I was actually on there working as a GS worker, a government employee. Till I guess they were only using me on a 9-month program. In the summertime, tighten up all the tickets. So then the employees that are just trying to ride out their government time, yeah. I was hired as a painter and a maintenance worker, but not in the same shop that my dad works. My stepdad works in the facility maintenance for all the facilities amongst the whole military base. I work for the company called MCCS, Marine Corps Civilian Services. Marine Corps Civilian Services, MCCS. It was also known as MWR. And I know a lot of people in the town that I lived in, Quantico town, that weren't even people that put on the uniform that applied for MWR at first or MCCS. And it's a good gig, man. It's a good gig when they hire you. And then once you make it past the 1-year probation period, you're almost unfireable because you got to go through a chain of command through the human resource program. But certain times they'll only hire people during the big abundancy when the workloads are there. When the school lets out, when a lot of Marines are getting transferred and new offices and buildings need redone. When I first applied, I was going to work at what they call the, what do they call it? Kind of like the hostess house. It's the hotel area. And I was going to be the, the maintenance guy, the grass cutter guy at the hostess house, the hotel for any Marine or anybody in the military that is visiting that base for a short term. Or just, might be taking a couple classes, training for maybe, 2 or 3 weeks, or, just coming by to give a seminar or something like that. They have that, which is called the hostess house or the hotel. And when I was getting my interview, the lady that interviewed me was like, well, wait a minute. You're way more than capable of this job. Your skill set is at the point to where I don't want you working with you. Don't think I'm calling these people deliberate dummies, but a lot of these people, I don't want you working with these people. I got a better opportunity for you. Let me call the manager at the head shop of maintenance for MCCS. I believe they have a position open, not just working at the hotel. And my job was working for MCCS is they take care of all the buildings that generate money. The package store, which is called the liquor store, the gas station, the commissary, the PX, or what they call the exchange, that's the military mall, the gas station, the Firestone they had there. Any building that generated and made money is what MCCS takes care of. And then we're given an ID card to where as long as we use our ID card, we can shop in any of those stores tax-free. But we're a different ID card than an active duty service member. Or the shop that my dad works in now called facility maintenance, and they take care of all the main facilities. Like the barracks where the Marines sleep. The hangar where all the airplanes and the helicopters are at. The rifle range where they shoot and they're doing rifle practice. They take care of all the main buildings that the Marines are performing their job in, where they got to put their uniform and show up every day. He's in the company called Facilities, where they take care of all the facilities. Oh yeah, that woman straight up told me, you're overqualified to work here. And I can honestly see that, you work for military housing turnover for 8 or 9 years. I hired 2 people that work for the same company you work for, Eastern Maintenance. She's like, do you know Donnie? I was like, yeah, I seen Donnie smoking cigarettes on the loading dock when I walked in here. He said, hey man, I hope you get hired. I'd love to work with you again. We'd be Donnie back in action. The 2 Donnies, Donald and Donnie. He's a cool guy, the guy Donnie. We worked together doing military housing turnover. That's what I did almost immediately when I graduated high school. My stepdad knew the people that were running that operation, housing turnover, and got me in basically. You know, I had to fill out the resume and, you know, go through the drug screening, go through the, you know, criminal background checks and stuff. And when I was hired, I had to be trained to the way that, you know, things have to be done in the homes. And that's where I learned, I can say, the rest of my skill set. That's where I become so skilled at the journey of all trades. Plumbing, electrical, painting, refinishing wood and floor and tile floors, linoleum floors, cleaning gutters, hanging gutters, just anything like that. Emergency tickets, on-call jobs, that kind of things. Like if you're a maintenance guy in an apartment complex, we were the maintenance people for the homes the military people lived in, any problem they had. And then when they would move, we would do called a housing turnover. We'd make sure all the screens go up and down, they got no holes in it. If they did, we would make a new one. If they didn't have a screen, we would hand make a screen in our shop and put a new one in there. Window balances. How many of you got windows where you might not even know what I'm talking about by a window balance on each side? One of your window balances got shot. It got too stressed. I learned how to replace almost any kind of window balance. I mean, I'm very skilled in that type of work like that. That is my skill set. You know, I take pride in that work. I take pride in doing work. For when people walk in their home, they're like, oh my God, this is neat. It ain't loose. It ain't wobbly. My window don't go up and start sliding down. Oh my God, I got a beautiful screen where bugs don't come in it. We check all our light bulbs, change the locks, you know, etc., etc. I've learned a lot on working on old radiators, how to bleed radiators, because we got a lot of old antique homes that were built there, especially down General's Row, where the Commander Generals of the Marine Corps base. I was one of the selected few to be selected to work at his home because of the quality of work I would do. All the other crews, you know, they're flicking cigarettes, they're not listening, they're not performing their job to a good job performance. We've done a lot of good dedicated work like that. A lot of those homes on the Quantico military base and the where the officers live are known as historical landmarkers. They can't tear them down. You can restructure a little bit of it, but you can't tear down the building itself because they're historical landmarkers. I mean, you could paint it, you could put customized things to it, you know, but you can't take the home away. And I mean, man, that Commanding General's quarters is like a mansion. Many presidents have stayed there since the 40s and 50s. I know Bush Sr. stayed there. He's the most recent. He would actually spend a night and stay there in one of the extra rooms at a Commander General's home. The Quantico, when they named it Quantico and made it a military base, it was more of a They called it the President's Resort. When the president would go down the Potomac River, he would go to Quantico, and he has his own horse trails that are still there. He has his own horses that are in the horse stable there. No lie. When they took a big part of the barn down and they rebuilt a new upscale barn for the horses, Newt gathered all the original barnwood where the presidential horses were kept. And I mean, when the president's there riding horseback with some of the generals and the commanders of that base, the base is completely shut down in some areas. I experienced a lot of good things living there. A whole lot. And that's why, you know, when people look at me, they're like, well, no one really likes you because you ain't like that no good 16, 20-year-old street turn. You know, yeah, the town I lived in, I was brought up around the ghetto. I was brought around the street people, the hood. I had my acquaintances. I had my good friends. I had my friends I went to school with. I had my friends I graduated. But we never had problems against each other. We'd go fishing, we'd bike ride, we'd play basketball. We'd hang out on the weekends. We were underage and getting somebody to get us a bottle or a couple 12-packs. Always rolling one up. You know how I do it. That's my main doc, is smoking on the green. I don't mind drinking, but now, these time of days, Virginia has not become a recreational state yet. You have to have a terminal illness. You can't even claim it through a mental disability. You have to have a terminal illness or a sickness. You either have to be stage 2 or higher cancer, or you have to be at a certain level of AIDS or HIV. And then you're able to get only oils of marijuana. Now, CDC products, right? CBD products are available anywhere in America now. And that's what I've been having to do in times when I can't get in touch with the people I know. I have to go to my local smoke shop and buy legal CBD. And I'll tell you what, to be a 420 consumer and a user, it ain't like the actual kick of getting what people got out now, but it actually, it'll take the edge off. It works. And it got all kinds of flavors. Afghani hog, sweet breath, cherry pie. You know, you walk in there, the guy got 3 or 4 shelves of it. Quarter ounces, half ounces, 8s, ounces. I think the average price for 1/8 here is $17.99 to $24.99. Quarter ounce are $40 to $49.99. It depends where you go. And a normal ounce for a CBD is around $99 to $110. Slips, rocks, and rivers. The weed farmer. Yeah, the Potomac River on the upper end, when it's coming out of Washington, D.C., is known where it's a little narrower compared to the end where I live, way south in Quantico, where it's actually 3.5 miles wide. Now, when you hear him say that George Washington, and I live in George Washington's boyhood home area now, Fredericksburg is where our first president came from. I worked on George Washington's boyhood home, the actual home he was born in. I seen the general store that he built. Mary Lee, her name's Mary Lee. She's a descendant of Robert E. Lee's family. commanding general of the Confederate Army. Now, you know, when George Washington was 16, 17 years old, he was already part of Virginia's state militia. He knew every square inch and forest of almost anywhere in these parts of Virginia because he was always in there. 16, 17 years old, he was already a 2-star general for the state militia. That's what made him so noble like that. But anyway, how else I'm telling you about the historic town of Fredericksburg, where a lot of the Civil War happened, and a lot of the parts of war, but the big part of the Civil War happened in Old Town Fredericksburg. Man, I really wish a few of my friends could come here, because that would be a beautiful tour guide. But anywho, you know, that's whoever wants to come here, link up in a nice hotel, and we go out and spend a day or two together. But anywho, he built the first general store when he was 16 years old above what they called Kissing Rock. And that's where him and Mary would go, Mary Washington. Now they have Mary Washington University. It's a predominantly all-woman university for women that are becoming in the medical field, where they're learning nursing school and things like that, etc. But what he did to gain her father's and her mother's respect on knowing that he's not just wanting her for her, he respectfully hand-built, because he was a mason and a carpenter as well. Remember how George Washington was a mason? He laid the stone for the U.S. Capitol building. Anywho, I know it. I know a lot of it. My real father was a 33rd degree Mason. I met a lot of good African Americans that live in D.C. that's worked. They're in the 33 degree of the Masonic Lodge from D.C. I worked for a lot of awesome black guys that come out of that lodge that built a lot of buildings on base. But let me get back to what George Washington built. He built a general store for Mary's mother and father, where they can sell their produce. They could sell tools, like old pull-behind plows, hammers, and drills. The old tools that they used, he built them like, if you ever live in the country, where you go to your mom and pop store, and you walk in there and the floors are all wooden and crickety. You get all the old nice, you ain't walking in like a gas station store. I mean, you're walking in there and it's like you go in a path of time. Any of y'all that live in the rural areas that know about those old ma and pa shops. He built Mr. I believe her mother was on the Lee side. I don't know what Mary's dad's name was, but George Washington built them a general store to gain the respect before and then even asked the father, I built a store for you, can I take your wife's hand and make her my wife? And that's how he gained the respect and married Mary Washington at age, well, Mary Lee at the time, now she was Mary Washington, at the age of 17 when he was already a 2-star general. My family, we're all involved in that. And I have to give a lot of respect to my stepdad, because my step-grandfather, Bob, was involved in his family and all that. From Upper Niagara, Buffalo, is where my stepdad comes from. Buffalo, Elmira, a bunch of that, the Mohicans, exactly, all that, the Iroquois and the Mohican and all that. When you see the last of the Mohican, that's the land where my stepdad's from. Grandpa Bob was involved in the firefighting and the fire department and all that for a very long time. And he was also known as New York State, the whole state of New York's head historian. He has a statue built in his area where he lived. He passed off a couple of years ago. And I mean, I kid you not, where George Washington came there and buried one of the last giants that lived. I'm not lying about this, man. When they buried one of the last giants that was 9 feet tall, that lived with the Iroquois, every Indian had a fourth seeker like that, a noble giant. When they buried the last giant, George Washington put a 24-karat gold plate. You know how you cross your hands like that? Well, when they buried the giants, they crossed their hands down because it was too broad like that, so they had to cross their hands down. They took the giant's hand and wrapped it around the plate, big engraved plate, and stuck it there. And that giant is buried on Newt's property. Newt has very historical land that it's literally priceless. Literally. 1 acre a man offered him $2 million when Newt gained it. And he said, no, I'm not stupid. This land is not leaving my family's name. This land is not to be bothered with or sold. I'm sorry to tell you that. I know it's a sanctuary. I know it's priceless. I know as my father and my fathers and our fathers what and the reason of what went on here. Newt's father and family were responsible for building the hydro power plant that the power plant gets from Niagara Falls. They all work for the Fisher-Price factories there. Big root and meaning of Upper New York. I'm looking for my lover too, guys. Gamersonly.com. I need to do a stream. I need to make one stream a week. Uncle D, the lonely, looking for his lady. If Super Dave can do it, anyone can. Gamersonly.com. You don't gotta stream or feel stressful with blue, black, and red testicles. Find you a good lady while you stream and put it on live. I'm sure when I meet that lady, or if I do meet that lady, or I get acquainted with the lady that I don't feel so prude to. I'm very prude to the type of woman that I have to choose. I mean, you don't got to be a drop-dead model, but you got to have some kind of care for your health. You got to have some kind of skill set to your mind. You got to not mind working to help me get on my feet, to get me working again, because I love working. I'm at the point now, you seen the stream earlier. I'm in here making handmade incense holders, custom incense holders, just to try to make a dime while my time's going by. I'm gonna sell these. I should make the price $15. And the only reason I should make it 15 is so I can have the extra money for shipping, because I'm gonna need that $5 for shipping. And then I want to ship this out with a fresh pack of incense. But right there is just what you'll get, but it won't be blank. You can customize it. Or I can make them blank, and I can get urethane out. How I know how to I can semi-gloss it, stain it. But what I would do, I would semi-gloss these. Or high gloss it, with a real good high gloss on it. Man, me and my stepdad have done historical wood refinishing as well. We did a bar, 2 bars actually, with a one called Golden Rail And then we did the bar at the place that my mother works at now. My mother's in the food business, a waitress, and sometimes she'll help in the back, kind of like a prep chef. But she's more like the head. Like if you had a skilled labor on the job that knows more, she's more the skilled waitress or server that knows more to keep the restaurant going. Getting all the tablecloths redone, getting all the silverware wrapped in the cloths. So when you get to your seat, you got your fresh, clean glass upside down for your water. You got your silverware. You got your handkerchief. You got your placemat. All your sugar packets are full. That's my mother. That's her realm. That's her rhythm. She's always, I guess, mainly since we came from Illinois to Quantico, that's been her main gig, being with the food service. How you doing, Miss Mary? We're doing. We're doing. Hope you're doing good. You seem to have had a very good birthday. Did you get your company? I heard you on the phone. You don't get your ass over here. Word coming over there. Did you get company finally show up? Did your daughter finally skip down the sidewalk a little bit and spend some time with her mama? I hope. That's when you send Scott over there, and no wonder. And you grabbed that woman by her ear and you drag her over there. You get over here. Or were you actually talking to another friend that lives close by? Yeah, because I heard you before I got out of the room. I heard you talking. What do you mean? You're getting over here. You come over here. There's only one time. It's my birthday. Yeah, let's celebrate it. I'm glad to see that you had a good birthday, though. I'm very glad to see that. Oh God! You at least got to swing in and say hi to Ma. Give her a kiss on her cheek, a big hug. Happy birthday, Ma. You know. Give Ma a birthday card and a bouquet of flowers. Come on, right, Mary? Come on, man. I don't make a lot of money nowadays, but sometimes when I got scrap leftover scraggling PayPal change, I go through the best I can through the internet to find something that I can get her. You know, it might not be a $200, $300, $400, $500 gift, but I try to at least find something, at least make sure there's a card. And I tell my mom, you know, I don't got a lot of money. I want to get you a card. I want to get you a balloon. I gave you your hug. You know, I really can't cook you a dinner because, you know, the things that go on here. Okay, oh, cool. You're going to have more of a bigger celebration on the weekend. Cool. Then maybe you can get more of the people together. Yeah. It is hard with the flu and other people having to do things. It's hard. It's hard. Well, I hope she shows up, because I know that's what you tell me a lot, that upsets you at times. When they're so close and she won't even come visit you. Yeah. We had a big drama scene here before I had to turn the internet back on. The way these kids are acting, the way their mothers are acting. It isn't right to treat your parents, their home, like that. My nephew's raising their fist at their grandmother, at my mother, pushing at her. I don't care. Throwing food all around and cool. You know, it'd be cool that I really haven't seen. I know the woman cave is awesome, but if you kind of took it outside with like the barbecue and the live music outside. Now, yeah, I'm not sure if you got much of a lawn or how much that would involve to create, you know. Yeah, see, Mary just had her birthday as well as my stepdad. Very close together, birthdays. Aries time. Got a lot of friends right now, birthday Aries time. My grandmother's birthday is very close. I heard you tell, y'all heard me tell you Tiggy's birthday is 420. My dog is an Aries dog, so yeah. Ryan Ruff is coming up, or it just passed. Ryan Ruff's a good bro that a lot of us know. Yep, it's Aries time right now. And don't butt heads with them, especially when the energy's in their time. And they are the energy sign. They'll give you your energy. That's what they're there for. They'll energize you. They'll give you your strength, their energy. But don't try to overstrength them and strain them and knock them off the mountain that they're on. Because that's when it goes like that and them horns go. And you ain't gonna knock the Aries down for nothing. Oh yeah, we can't. I got your comment now. I got your comment, Josh. Everybody have to be in the white Tyvek suits. You stay 100 feet over there. You stay 1,000 feet over there. You can't even ask anybody, hey man, I'm gonna go get another beer. Do you? No, you might touch it. Spread the corona flu. Everyone's gonna have like a little satchel or their own little like BYOB, like their own little cooler. You know, have their own flask in their back pocket. If they're doing a bowl pack or a joint, we can't smoke, we might spread the flu. You stay over there and don't blow your smoke in my way. It ruins what a good party's about. That's just a bunch of scuttlebutt, man. If you know you're healthy, if you know the people you're with ain't all like, oh, they're all like drooped over and sick and, you know, you can get people together and have a good time. This flu that's going on, it's, how can I explain it? It's called a flu, it's called a virus. And I'm going to bite my tongue because I already slipped of the tongue a lot earlier. If you ain't paid attention to the last couple streams or, you know, me typing comments during other streamers. Let me put it to you like this. Remember back in the day when your personal computer, your PC, would be like, your computer caught a virus, right? This is the example. Your computer caught a virus. Now you got to use like virus blocker or clean your viruses out. Or some people weren't good at that, so they had to have a technician, you know, clean all their computer viruses out. Now to put two and two together, that is what's creating a computer virus. Now the virus can go from a computer and it can get in you and give you the symptoms and the feeling of it. That's why it's attacking only the respiratory system. Like they say, go buy toilet paper, go buy this. No, people ain't having the Hershey squirts or peeing out their butt and you needing toilet paper like that kind of flu and virus. People are having respiratory problems. You know, they're losing their strength. they're not able to breathe. It's called like a walking ammonia. A pneumonia times a million. Yeah. I'm going to shut this off here in about 5 or 10 minutes. Cop of the hour. Yeah, 7 o'clock. Looked at the clock. It's cop of the hour. Got to take care of the dogs before the sun goes in. That's what I'm saying. I got to shut things down while the sun's setting. I got dogs. They need to get their dinner, water, food. They got to get their lawn walking. You know, their pees and their poops. We got to get curtains shut and outside lights on. So yeah, we'll close this at the top of the hour. Hour and 30 minutes. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna try to create where I can put the streamers here to try to promote these handmade incense holders, and then see what we can do with that. And then once we can get that a little more out there, where I don't gotta like constantly through the stream, you know, explain a lot. I'll have it more up there on the banners where you can see it. Hey, if you're interested in a customized incense holder, you know, they're this price. Let me know. Connect to me through my friends list if you're a Playroom PS viewer, or you'd either have to send me a personal message when I look at YouTube, and I really don't have the capability to look at my YouTube clips as much, but I would have to go back and look at your message. You would have to be at the stream and deliberately write me a message and order one. That's something I want to try to get here going on in the future while I'm pretty much on the sideline, but I have a lot to do, you know. Yeah, the cop of the hour. You know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go up there, they're gonna spit, they're gonna be nasty, I'm not gonna like you. Get away from here. We're gonna want you in all our trouble. I'm like, no, I don't want y'all in nobody's trouble. I want you kids to have, you young boys to have a basketball room up there so you don't have to video game each other. I want the young ladies here learning on it's planting time, get the perennials, get the gardens ready. You know, those are things you should be doing in there. 7 o'clock, y'all should have, not like being like, that's the way a woman should be, but you should be in the kitchen, you know, doing kitchen things, putting aprons on, bumping elbows with flour everywhere. Yeah, not cussing everyone at the dinner table and calling everyone idiots and wanting to fist fight and spit and throw food at me. No, that TV was actually the TV that was in their room at the old house. It's just Newt went out and got him a 55-inch TV, a nice bigger one that had a TV stand on it, because he really didn't want to drill holes and everything in this new home. I had to beg him if I can hang these pictures up, and he said, well, you know, okay, go ahead. And that's why he didn't put a lot of his good things up, because he knows the way the kids would act. So that TV was the TV that they had wall mounted. That was down here literally for a backup. And you seen what I did on that stream that day. I didn't want to put it on the wall. I built the outdoor streaming station Y'all watched me when I built this. I could take this TV off and hang that there now. But now this TV weighs too much. That's an original Bravia. 1080p. See? That's a Bravia. When it first came out. When I spent $1,800 on this TV. Brand spanking new. I bought that TV brand spanking new when I bought my PS4 brand spanking new. Call of Duty Ghost Edition. Now I'm at this Call of Duty World War II 1 terabyte edition. From the blessing of a good friend. Yeah, I'm at the World War II edition. Now, if I ever get back to work and start getting good income, I'm going to get my own gamer TV that isn't bigger than maybe a 31 inch. Because it's better, or get a gaming monitor. And I will have a gaming center. I have an old picture tube I'm thinking about putting on here. But that 37-inch picture tube TV is so god-darn heavy. I need an extra set of arms. I was able to carry that TV at one time by myself. I could probably do it now. I got it over there on the other side, where you always see me go to the other side of the basement. Now this thing's on wheels. I could probably get it there, but then the weight of it is going to make it so heavy, it ain't going to let the wheels go across the carpet. No, they ain't never gonna get me nothing. They don't got money to get nobody nothing with. It's something of, and I seen the one I wanted to get when it was Black Friday. I mean, they had a beautiful 4K 41-inch TV for $199 at Walmart. I would love to put that there. That would have been the perfect size. Nah. I ain't missing it. I just hope they don't break theirs. Cause you know, like, the only time I used that was for a live event, a sporting event. Playoffs, playoff hockey, playoff basketball. Playoffs for the football, the Super Bowl party. You know, that's all that TV was built and used for. And then when I built the streamer stand, that was the TV that I used because it was so much lighter than this whole big 46-inch TV. That TV was easier to get outdoor. That's why I can't do an outdoor stream. I need a smaller TV, 29, 31 inch, very thin, very light, to where I could connect it on here and get connected outside. But you see the way they act. That's why I'm not doing it no more. I start doing what I'm doing. They kick my PlayStation on the ground. They start throwing rocks at the TV screen. I ain't having that. But then they want to be like, well, then give me that the way you're using it, and I want to have it. That's their habit of acting like that. You got it always with a good thought. You got it always good. You got it always nice. How come you got good friends? Then they get on here, run down here. Don't do nothing good for him. Don't PayPal him. Don't give him money. Give it to me. Give it to me. Why are you using my friends and the good things I'm doing to say give it to you? What are you giving me? Punching, spitting. You want to kill me. You want to give my stepdad a heart attack. You're punching or you're neglecting on my mother. Beating, kicking holes in the house. Not taking care of that dog up there. There's literally 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 kids up there. One of them's a high school kid. 2 of them are middle school kids. The other one's a 5th grader. The other one's a 3rd grader. 2 5th graders. 1 3rd grader. And all those people can't take care of that dog. You walk in there, they're sitting in the kitchen automatically. Hey, look, get out of here. I'm not going to the kitchen, I'm taking it. Oh, effing well. You're not coming in here to eat. All this is ours. What did you pay for it? I said, Danny, you pay for it? No. I said, literally, nobody paid for none of it. When you're saying you need to go to a food pantry and you're getting blessed from it, and it's someone that gives you a blessing, y'all are people acting something that's possessing. Lazy, inconsiderate. I don't know people, even the children, that don't take their shoes and socks off, take their phone, won't make their bed. Every day the bed's made. The floor's picked up, other than the dog nastiness. Now if I had a fenced-in yard, an area for the dog, this place would look immaculate. Immaculate. 99.9% perfect. Let's just say, I ain't worried about quarantining and corona. I live my life like that, like a Virgo. Like Lysol, 99% to kill bacteria and immaculate. 99.9% of the time striving for perfection. Hey, salute. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for, listening to me. Being kind viewers. We didn't gather a lot of trolls up this time either. The first time the stream was going, getting trolls, getting stupid things going on. Yeah, I know. Dude, I am keeping that in consideration. If I do get one, I don't know if I do or don't. I'm really not accepting one or expecting one because I'm not the head of the household. I'm not people that's fouled with children, and I did not create an income on a time clock to do a return. So I'm not even sure of just being an American patriot that I'm going to get one under my social security number. And that's where I'm kind of caveman with. And I've tried calling the IRS and these people, and I've been there talking to the computer. Press 1 for this. Are you claiming this? Are you having problems with unpaid taxes? Are you having problems with your taxes not perfectly filed right? That's what I'm hoping, either anyway. And if I do, man, I will be so phenomenally happy to where I may try to take that money and at least find an A or B car again. At least. If not, man, I'll be pinching every penny I can to take money to make money. Salute. I did see today, I think on the email, any people that are on Social Security or disability, I think your checks will be there in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Anyone else, I don't know what they're leading you on to. That's what I'm saying. There's times, days, I can't keep up with all this. I need a tech-savvy person to get me in the realm of it. Man, we're still, what's it called, Windows 7 up there? Our goddamn modem and our router is from like 1900s, it seems like. I need a personal router and modem down here. Exactly. Yeah. Alright, yeah, salute to everyone. And normally what I got are called the net. I guess they're called the net spin, where you don't get to check. You get on like that little credit card for your tax return. That's how I've been receiving my returns. No, man, thank y'all. Thank y'all for the good time, for the dedication. A lot of birthdays are going on. Stay tight. Keep your family right. Keep it clean, because that's the only way to keep it seen. God is next to clean. Hey, 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 hey. Mr. Goof, what are you doing to me? It's hard living a dog's life. Look at him. That's my couch. I'm going to take the cushion off. I'm going to take the cushion cover off. Because I'm Tiggy Bear. Huh? You silly boy. Tell him bye-bye. Say thank y'all. Thank you, Virgo, for the goodies you give me at times. Oh, you see him now? He's telling you thank you. Yeah, you know where you get goodies from. Virgo thinks about you. I'm hoping to get him a either one of the big bones or a bag of pig ears or something. I'm hoping to get you some kind of treat. We got a couple weeks to worry about it. And if I do get a check, yeah, that'd be perfect to get Tiggy's stuff organized. Because Tiggy needs things that I can't afford to where I can fix more of this stuff here. How you doing? Oh, man, you just come in a day late, $1 short, Bubbles. We're about to shut down. Thank you for saying hey to. It's tomorrow, Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. I need to get a drum session in. If there wasn't so many kids here, I'd bring my niece and because y'all seen, I was even letting the kids play for a while. But now I'm afraid what they do. Kick it, they knock it over, they punch it, they destroy it.
Hey, that ain't ours, and I don't want you to have it no more. F you.
Let me go up here and get neglected. Take care of Tiggy's dad. May God bless you all. Big hugs, salute. If you're having a drink, cheers to you. I might have one drink in a little bit. At the next top of the hour. When all the chore gets done finally. Y'all have a good one.